You. Do you live in an apartment or a cave or some other kind of small space? Well, today you're in luck. See, my cousin called me and told me that they don't have a table for their place. They couldn't quite find one that would fit very well. He only needs it to seat 2 people, but when they have friends over, they want leaves that can rise up and seat other people just in case they feel like entertaining. So today, I'm gonna walk you through how I made this table with folding leaves on both ends. It'll seat 2 people normally for tight spaces, but if you wanna entertain, you can lift these leaves up and seat more people. All right, we're gonna get started with the top of the table first by using a 1x12 and a 1x4. The final dimensions of the cut is gonna be 2 feet 6 inches, but I'm gonna cut them a little bit proud of 2 foot 6 so that I could come back and cut the ends up later to make sure that everything matches perfectly. All right, so I've measured out lines 10.5 inches down from either side, where I'm gonna be drilling holes for dowel pins. That's how I'm going to be joining the tabletop together. Now that we've got our tabletop all clamped up, we can start to work on the legs. Now I've included a cut list down below so you can see what dimensions I'm cutting my wood down to for things like the legs, the tabletop, the apron, all those different components. All right, next we're gonna wanna cut our remaining 1x12 and 1x4 to 14 inches, and those are gonna make up the leaves on the outside of the table. Now our next step is going to be joining our boards for the leaves on the ends of the table. Once again, we're going to be using wooden dowels to join our boards. Alright, now I'm going to be using 2x4s for the legs, and that's because they're cheap and my cousin doesn't want to spend a lot of money. Alright, so what you're seeing here is stock footage of me cutting lumber, because my camera ran out of batteries and I couldn't show you the clips of me making the legs of the table. Right, next up, get yourself a haircut. Once you do that, you're ready to cut the apron pieces for the underside of the table that are going to connect the legs. I made these out of 1x3 and I cut them to 22.75 inches and 23.75 inches. Next, we're going to connect them to the legs using pocket holes. Now you'll notice I'm going to be using these paint stirrer sticks from Home Depot as a spacer when I attach the apron to the legs. That way it gives it just a little bit, maybe 1/4 of an inch of offset from the leg itself. Next up, I'm going to lay out all the boards, then using my router with a roundover bit, I'll route all the edges. Next up, I'm going to take some 1x4 stock and cut it down to 2 inches wide. This is going to create those cross sections to support the legs underneath the table. Alright, our next step is attaching the hinges to the underside of the leaves of the tabletop and attaching them to the tabletop itself. Then we'll attach the legs to the tabletop. Now this next step isn't really something I've ever done before. I'm going to be putting in these locking L brackets for the leaves on the end of the tables. I'm going to start with the table on the ground upside down so the leaves are fully extended, and I'm going to try attaching these, and hopefully I can get this to work out the way that I want it to. I noticed a couple things after I installed those locking L brackets. Number one, they seem to pop out here down at the bottom. Maybe I could do some sort of decorative triangle piece right here, try and hide that locking L bracket when the table leaf is not in use. And of course, next up is everybody's favorite, sanding. And just a pro tip for everyone out there, I sand these pieces as I put them together, even though I don't show that on my videos. This is really just a fine sanding on the top to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then it's time to apply the stain and polyurethane to make a nice clean finish. All right, so here we are about to deliver the table to my cousin. So we're gonna head up here and surprise her a little bit. All right, this is her apartment. Here we are. Ah, you're YouTube famous! Oh yeah, wait, where'd she go? Come back! Come back! Come back! You're YouTube famous now.
But I don't want to be.
Hey, thanks for watching this edition of Nailed It. If you liked this episode, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. If you didn't, go to hell. Also, I've got some fun videos right over here that you might like. Other build videos similar to this one. So if you want other fun weekend projects, go ahead and check out some of these other videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And there's no workbench anywhere in here, but I plan on getting that all set up in this new space. Now there's no electricity anywhere on the wall, so you won't see any outlets.